and we're back. Okay. Here's the thing about
Wait,
two
Joe.
weapons.
Just point out. Check out how cool my armor is.
Yeah, this looks like the lady you killed.
Exactly. I have taken her identity as one of the
What
most
is-
hated people in the lore.
What does it do?
It has much better much better defenses, and super high fire resist.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Neat. Okay. So two weapons, because we've been doing that forever. What was the first game to do that? Was it Halo?
Maybe.
It was probably like a World War II game. I don't know. But so old first-person shooters, you pick up a weapon, you have it, and you can switch between all of them, right?
Right.
So, you can switch weapons to whatever situation you're in.
Yes.
And if you have a weapon that's like really impractical but fun, you can use it because it doesn't have to be your only weapon. But when you get the two weapon system, so what the two weapon system has done is it's made carrying a lot of the fun and practical weapons around impractical. Like when you're playing one of those games like shotguns and rocket launchers and stuff, you're like, awesome, but it doesn't have a lot of ammo or range, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to keep my pistol and rounded machine gun.
Yeah, that does suck. It is
Yeah.
unfortunate. I agree.
And I think you can work it if you do it right. It can be fine, but because it's supposed to be like, your plan is those two weapons you have. Like that's part of your strategy, and you think it through. But you usually don't know what's ahead of you, so you just take the most balanced things and ignore whatever's the most fun.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I think there are people who enjoy having, limits that they have to work around because they feel like they're making better decisions.
Yeah, and
There's an argument for it, and I understand that
Yeah.
you're saying, you personally don't like it that way. Also, I would like to say that I really appreciate how slow the ladder climbing is
Yeah.
in this, and there's no option to just, and screw that item right there. That's a
Why?
pretty sweet item. But in order to get it, I would have to carefully walk out on the rafters and drop in such a way. Notice all those bloodstains up there.
I think you should do it.
Yeah, well, notice I'm still human, so I can only access this area. No, actually, now that I'm here, I can access it anytime. But right now, the world tendency, it's still as if world tendency was at pure white. But since I killed Executioner Meralda, for whatever reason, that actually made it drop down to neutral, even though she's supposed to just be awful. But anyway, so yeah, murdering her reduced the world tendency. I'm super happy that I can still roll with her armor set. I wasn't expecting that I wouldn't be able to, but still. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yeah, so actually it does mean I have technically a little more mana.
Forgot what I was saying. You said something about limitations.
Yes. Limitations that can, make you feel like you're making better tactical decisions.
Yeah, but see again, most of your decisions are going to be based on things you can't know until you actually get to a situation. So the best decision is going to, unless you already know what's going to happen, the best decision is always going to be to take the most balanced weapon.
Yeah, but some people feel like they're still making that decision without that being the only decision, and they still feel good about it.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't get to use the fun weapons,
Well, maybe they don't think
and
they're
that's
fun,
what video
Joe.
games are about. Fun.
People have different definitions of fun. That's how you get stuff like Arma. I wouldn't think that's fun, but there's definitely people who do.
Yeah, but that's like a whole. I think when I was playing Killzone 2, and rocket launchers in all of the two weapons games, it's always super frustrating because you usually get them just because there's a tank or something. And they're awesome and fun to use, but you can never take it with you because it has 3 shots and then you have to swap it out.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
they're always placed in somewhere where you get to use it for one specific thing, and then you don't get to just have fun with it.
Yeah,
Whereas if you're playing Half-Life or something, you've got all of your weapons and you just pick whatever's. I don't know.
I mean, I see that. At the same time, I don't know. I think there's a place for it, and I think maybe there's better ways that they could. Well, because normally what Halo does.
Well, the thing is, you got to design your whole game around that.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot tougher than, at least to make fun, than.
Yeah.
Again,
well,
the biggest problem is you can't know what's ahead in order to make the best decision. Unless you've played through it already or died and are doing it again. Or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, and that's true. I mean, although oftentimes
like
what they'll do is...
the times where you make the decisions of like what gun to pick up and take with you is usually right after you finished some sort of combat thing.
Yeah.
And
although,
at that point you don't know at all what the next one's going to be, so you just...
Usually with games like that, when you're presented with a rocket launcher or something like that, it's because you usually want to take it because there's usually something that would be difficult to kill without it. Like in Halo,
like you get it, and you get it right when you're fighting something like that. But you don't don't take it with you after that because it's not practical.
True. Maybe people don't want to be practical about it.
I was playing BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
And people were talking about the game like it was revolutionary, and it was kind of frustrating. Because the biggest change between that and the previous one is that you can only hold 2 weapons.
Yeah, I don't know. I never thought Infinite was terribly... I don't know. I haven't heard anyone say it was revolutionary in terms of combat. Oh. That's what happened. I never talked to Ostrava.
Oh, you idiot.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I didn't think, because I don't think because BioShock has, the weapon upgrading system.
Right.
I don't think that gelled with the 2-weapon system.
What I never got about the upgrading system, especially for Infinite, is because in, I believe, in the original BioShock, you always held on to your own weapons.
Yeah.
But in Infinite, you would just pick up whatever's lying around because of the 2-weapon system. But when you got an upgrade for the weapon, it applied to everything. So everyone in Columbia was limited to your tech, which felt a little silly.
Also, it's the same thing where you're not going to upgrade, I don't remember the weapons. But there are some really cool weapons that you don't get very frequently.
But
so
yeah,
you're not
you wouldn't
gonna
upgrade them.
Yeah, so you won't upgrade them because you don't know when you're going to see it next.
Yeah, that is definitely true. That is definitely a problem.
But, the first one kind of had that too because you're still limited by the ammo.
Yeah, although the first one had the crossbow that was pretty sweet, and I always used that. Mostly because...
I'm not a huge fan of the first one gameplay-wise.
I thought it was reasonably fun.
Just shooting controls were not very tight at all.
It
was a game that was primarily a shooter, for me at least.
I was gonna say, for you, I was a plasmid person all the way, so... That's how I handled Infinite as much as I could. Was I just spammed powers, because that's more interesting to me than shooting people with guns.
I don't know. The guns have better feedback, I think.
Yeah, but they're just guns.
Aiming in general didn't feel good in the first BioShock. I don't know what it was.
Did you play that all the way through?
I think almost all of the way through.
Did you get to the scene with Andrew Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, because that was a really cool scene. I really like it when games do shit with player agency. And messing with it to make a point or something like that. That's always really fun.
Yeah.
That was a really cool example of just
play Brothers.
Oh, does that do that too?
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Actually,
I just think you should play it.
Journey did that a little bit towards the end, and then Bastion did that as well. Bastion is really good.
I need to beat Bastion.
Oh, it's so nice. I love that game. The soundtrack's fantastic too. Like that's probably one of my favorite video game soundtracks.
I learned to play the Last of Us theme on ukulele.
Oh, good. Is it terribly difficult?
I don't know the middle part because it's too hard. I can do the beginning and the end.
That's good.
That counts as learning, right?
I mean, let's be honest. The beginning and end are the most memorable parts of a movie, so they should be the most memorable. Hey, look, the dragons are gone.
Yeah. On the next episode, the dragons come back.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.